Sunday night in the mag room.
All around the world you can hear them. Hey, hey, hey. Talking about news and kind of funny stuff. Hey, hey, hey. Mag room. Mag room. The mag room. The mag room.
What was your week like? Do you have anything good go on?
I figured out how to solve American politics. If you want to do a real quick little, I heard this story.
That seems almost impossible. So I would really love to hear
it's
it.
it's wicked easy. The way I'm going to do it, it's super easy.
We just bomb the whole Washington D.C. and start over again.
No, it's not the entire system. It's more just the election system part of it.
Maybe everybody wears a mask.
So, like what we do now, it's two old men just fighting and talking shit about each other, and we have to choose between one of those two.
It seems terrible.
You've heard of Easter Island, right?
Yeah. You're only 20. You can only be 20 when you're on Easter Island. It was a Neil Young song.
Okay. So Easter Island is kind of an ancient, there was an ancient civilization there, and they used to choose their leaders by, it was called the Tangata Manu, and it was this race. So it was just a bunch of different tribes that lived on Easter Island, and each would nominate the most worthy candidate from each tribe to go. And what they would do.
How big is Easter Island?
4.5 miles square.
Is that true? Or?
Oh yeah. Don't check into it or anything. I'm just telling you the truth. I always do. So they would nominate the head of a tribe, and they would all go.
63 square miles.
63 square miles. So
it's a triangle, actually.
So they would all put their candidate forward, and the way they would choose what these candidates would do is they would swim from Easter Island to this close by island called Motunui.
Okay.
They would swim there from Rapa Nui.
Montanui? I think that was in Moana.
Motunui. And they would swim there, and they would have to the first guy to swim across get the first sooty tern, which is a bird, tern, T-E-R-N.
So you got to capture a bird.
A bird's egg. You have to get the bird's egg, and then you bring that back. You have to swim back from the island of Motunui to Rapa Nui, and the first guy back wins, and his tribe gets like the choicest of the meats, and they kind of win the election. For the next year.
So they get to pick the president?
Well, that tribe kind of becomes the leading tribe, and that guy is like the leader. So yeah, they get like.
Oh my! How exciting would that be if that was the real election?
It would be great, right?
Like if at noon, or maybe it'd be at night, because you'd want.
It takes a while,
watch.
I think, because it's not like they say a lot of the contestants get eaten by sharks on the way and whatnot.
Oh, that's a bit much.
So, you wouldn't necessarily want two 80-year-old men.
So Joe and Donald would definitely get eaten. Maybe that's a good thing.
Right. So, yeah. They would both probably say, I could still do it. And then
they get eaten by sharks, and then we'd have somebody else.
I would join up with, like, Mark Spitz's tribe or Peter Van Den. Who's that other really good swimmer from the, 70s?
From Baltimore.
Michael Phelps.
Oh, Greg Louganis?
Well, he was a diver. I don't know that he'd be.
Oh, yeah. Well, he could get a diving start.
I was thinking of
Michael Phelps?
Peter Van Den Hoogen or whatever. One of those guys.
Could be a woman, too.
Yeah. Sure. There's some great women swimmers out there.
Isn't Ledecky's a good swimmer?
Katie Ledecky.
Summer Olympics is coming up. Do you like watching the Olympics?
There's a girl named Summer Olympics?
Yep, Summer Olympics.
That's crazy.
She's terrible at the Olympics, but it's crazy.
She's not good at any sports.
No. This seems incredible. I mean, I think I would sign up, and if we did that, what is it, November 5th is the election or something like that?
Yeah,
the Tuesday.
Right.
If on noon on that day this race started, and whoever was a political party got to enter in their person,
And they have to
That
swim
would
to
be
an
awesome.
island, get a bird's egg, and then come back.
There's no way to cheat at that.
Nope.
And if there was a chance you could die doing it, it would be more.
Right.
People
You'd
would
have to be
think
more
about
committed.
it.
Yeah, you'd be more committed to the cause.
I like it.
So
I
in
thought you were just gonna
2028
say. I just thought you were gonna say an age cap, which I would really enjoy. Like, if it was like, I was thinking the other day, no one who's over 70 should be president. Like, it should just like. I think of people in my life. Like, I think up till 70, people are pretty can handle working hard, doing all this stuff. Once you get over 70, people slow down.
Yeah.
70 would be like you have to be elected before you're 70, and once you are, you can't run for president after you're 70.
Most of our presidents would probably be in their 20s in my new system, I would say.
So you could be, yes, that might be too young. They'd be like TikTok stars and YouTube stars.
Anyway, so that was my Tangata
You gotta be
Manu.
tough too if there's sharks and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And can anyone enter? Like, what if I just was like, I didn't have a party, but I wanted to enter the race?
So you would be going as an independent?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you should be able to. I think so. Yeah.
And I win, and I'm just on my own. They're like, wow, Sisk won, and he wasn't with any party.
Nobody even knew he could swim that well. I think he.
Yeah,
I think
I
he got.
really
I think he got help.
I really can't.
I think he
so
cheated.
That probably would be bad for me.
Pretty boring week. I feel like I don't have any. I feel uninspired tonight.
Who was your most interesting customer who came in this week?
A woman came in and she had. She came in with a poster board, and she said, "How quickly can I get?" It was 3.5 feet tall by 2.5 feet wide.
3.5 feet.
How quickly can I get this to
Cleveland.
Heathrow, Florida? Some little town in Florida.
Okay.
And yeah, so I asked her, I was like, what is that? I could tell it's a letter. It's a big 3.5 foot tall letter. Like you can just
Okay.
tell. So it was she had written a letter to AAA because she broke down on the side of the road and she had to spend 7 hours on the side of the road waiting for someone to come change her tire. So she wrote a letter of complaint, blew it up to monstrous proportions, and then she wanted me to send it to AAA, I guess, is headquartered in Heathrow, Florida. I think that was the name
Was
of the
it
town.
bendable, or was it going to be...
No, it was rigid. It was like real poster board, like probably
Oh, wow.
3/8 of an inch thick poster board or something
Did you
like
think
that.
that was going to get her message across?
I said, have you done this before? And she said, I have. She said, I got, it was Johnny Arrigo. There's a really, maybe I should try to put a clip of Jimmy and Johnny Arrigo. It's these two guys that have a car dealership in Palm Beach Gardens. And she had written, I don't know, I forget she got some kind of bad service at Arrigo Ford. It's these two guys that do these terrible commercials where it's your classic used car. It's like, hey, it's Jimmy and Johnny, they're brothers, and they both have Chicago accents. And and on the radio
They're in
ad,
Florida, though.
yeah, and on the radio ad it'll be, hey Johnny, St. Patrick's Day is coming up. What should we do to celebrate? And then, why don't we take 45% off all our cars for the week?
Jimmy, these are great seats. I know. It's like we're part of the team. Yeah. I'll be right back. Put me in. Sit down. Personal foul. Get him out of here. For the lowest prices and the biggest selection, you gotta go Arrigo.
And this woman got some kind of bad service, and Jimmy and Johnny Arrigo got her wrath. Yeah, got her
Also got
giant
a
letter
large letter?
wrath, and they ended up giving her free whatever oil changes for a year or something like that. I don't know the whole story. Yeah,
How do you mail that? How much did that cost to mail?
I don't remember, $30 or something like that. It wasn't going very far.
Okay. It would have
Yeah.
been great if it was like $700.
Yeah, I don't know if I want it to work or not. I don't know if I like the message that it sends, if that works or not. But
I'd love to have
I
a
told her she
follow-up,
had to come
like
back and
whether
tell me if it
worked or
did. So
not.
hopefully I'll have a follow for you.
All
Maybe if
right.
she comes back in and has like a 10-foot by 5-foot letter printed up, of course, at that point, I'm going to have to be like,
Sure.
to be honest with you, they won't take that. It's too big. You have to get like a freight forwarding company or something to take your stupid letter to Heathrow. I took a picture of it. I'll send it to you. I forgot that I did this.
How did you do the picture? Are you like posing next to it?
So, this is weird that you're asking me. I was going to take a picture of myself in my luchador mask next to it, and it was during the middle of the day, and I'm like, I'm not putting on my luchador mask in the store, putting it up, taking a picture, because if somebody walks in, it's like, what the are you doing, dude? How much of a loser are you? You dress
like I send fan mail to various luchador wrestlers that's 4 feet tall.
So I just took a picture of it. Took a picture of it hoping that if I sent it to you or to anybody, I think I might have sent it to somebody, but they'd be able to read it. But it just doesn't, the size doesn't translate well. You can see how.
But I wanted to see how tall you were relative to the letter.
No, it's not. I'm not in there for scale. It's next to a table that there's some scale there, but
okay.
Take my word for it. It's one of the bigger letters, one of the bigger legal letters or whatever you call it, personal letters that you've ever seen.
Next time you should ask if you take a picture of the woman with it.
She's tall too. That's funny. I didn't even think about that, but she's not like
8 feet
11
tall.
feet tall. No.
Maybe she only has large paper because she's so tall.
But for a woman, she's tall. I just mean she's probably 5'9" or 5'10" or something like that.
She's like, what do you mean big letter?
I don't see what's so strange about the size of this letter.
I wrote this at my regular size desk with my regular size. In Baltimore, there's actually, this was one of the articles I read this week, is this guy came up with for leap year, so it was leap year recently, right?
Right.
Leap day, it's called leap day, I guess.
Happy birthday, Kristen Cortez.
I don't know who that is, but
I went to grade school with her, and her birthday was on leap day.
oh,
I was with her when she turned 2, I guess.
is that how they do it? You think?
3? She might have been 3 when I knew her. Yeah, I mean in real life, or like, you know, it's not really how you do it. You don't tell people right now, like, I'm 11. Like, you're not 50? Like, no, I just turned 11 last year.
It's a weird though. It's weird overall, right?
What would you take?
Like
would you take February 28th or would you take March 1st as your birthday if you were a February 29th birthday?
I'd take the whole week, I think.
Just, you get one. You get either the 28th or the 1st.
Well, it should be if your day disappears, you get to pick any day you want of the whole year. But only one. You only get to pick one day.
Okay, so one. Pick. You can't just play along. 28th of the
March
1st.
March 1st.
Jesus H. Christ.
What would you pick, Mark?
Oh, July 9th. I think I'd do March too. I'd do March 1st. I don't think you should. I don't think you should be able to
Mark
jump
Spitz's birthday.
Whatever Mark Spitz and Peter Van Den Hoogenskind's birthday is. Will you please just tell me what the famous swimmer's name is? Peter Van
Hogenstein?
something like that.
All right.
And I think he spelled Peter with an I. P-I-E-T-E-R. Peter Van Den Hoogen.
Oh, here it is. Peter Van Den Hogenband.
Yes. Peter Van Den Hoogenband for president in 2028, everybody.
He's 45.
Oh, perfect.
How do you know him?
Because he's a good swimmer, and he was in the Olympics,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, bunch of them.
He's like not as famous as Mark Spitz and Michael Phelps.
Post-swimming career,
He'd be like the
Van
Bernie
Der
Sanders.
Hogenband continues to swim recreationally.
Huh.
So
I would have
think
never
he'll be
thought
ready
that's a
to-
really interesting part of his biography. It's like the only thing he's known for. Does it sound like he's into politics at all? Does he have any
no, then they
political
got-
aspirations, presidential aspirations?
And also, he's Dutch. I don't think can a Dutch person be president in your thing? Do you still have to be American or no?
I mean, I guess it makes sense that he shouldn't be. Our president shouldn't be a Dutch, huh?
Yeah, like what if like Vlad Putin came over and swam really well and then he won president?
This?
So Doug Retzler, who's from Baltimore, wants to turn Leap Day into National Poor Choices Day.
Okay.
So every 4 years, you go to a dive bar and you celebrate your poor choices that you've made in life with like a celebration and a blow off of it. And I think this is
guy?
really good.
How old is Doug
70?
Wrestler?
70 years old. Yeah.
Holy shit. I thought he was going to be 22 or something.
Yeah, he said he has a bunch. He's like, poor choices like hanging a wreath of cheese puffs on his front door, getting a degree in photography, his whole first marriage.
Those are three very, very separate kind of bad decisions.
You do like the cheese puff one's pretty short.
Almost like I
it's-
just want to know that. It sounds kind of fun to me. Like, what happened? Did a bunch of raccoons come and eat it?
Yeah, maybe that was it. He couldn't get out of his front door, and then he got fired from his job or something.
And his
Or
wife left. That all that happened in one day.
he's like, oh, geez, this cheese puffs is so cool. I want to take a picture of it. Maybe I should go get a degree in photography. And then by the time he came back, raccoons had eaten his whole front door, so his wife left him.
Wait. He put a thing of cheese puffs on his door and he wanted to take a picture and he thought it had to be so good that he needed to go get a degree in photography.
Yes.
And then he ended up losing his wife because he dedicated all his time to photography.
Well, by the time he got back, the raccoons had attacked the door with the cheese puffs, and she got
by the
bitten.
time he got back from getting a degree in photography, so like
Yes.
2 to 3 to 4 years later. Well, then
How long does
if
it
I
take
was
to
his
get a
wife,
degree in
if I was his
photography?
wife, I would have left him. I don't know, but it's got to take more than an afternoon, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's also made colorful buttons. Nobody makes buttons anymore.
We used to make buttons.
like-
in my in 7th grade art class, we used to be able to make our own buttons. My old art teacher had a button making press machine thing. It was fucking awesome.
Celebrating human folly. That's what it says. National Poor Choices Day. It says February 29 annually, which is the joke, obviously.
Huh.
Celebrating human folly.
So, if we got a button making machine, and I mean Peter Von Dunhugen band is out, but we got a decent swimming candidate and a button machine, I think we're on our way to dominating the next presidency, right?
Yes.
Because nobody does buttons and nobody does swimming like the mag room.
And a new holiday?
And you guys get a new holiday. We should probably do presents, right? People like presents.
Yep.
What's the
We're
name of the
having,
holiday?
like,
Bad Decisions Day.
National Poor Choices Day. NPC-D. Well, I think the day is supposed to celebrate and put to bed your poor choices. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Putting things behind you.
Yeah, so
I'm
if you
not good
kill
at
a
that.
guy-
Often I ruminate on things, and I don't think I should do that. So I like this idea of like a day, and it's only every 4 years, but you celebrate. It's sort of like the one where, remember the one we talked about where they burned Benedict Arnold, like an effigy of Benedict Arnold. Like, I like these holidays, like people getting together about something that's just terrible, but just having a good time.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the mouth. There. Oh wow, it's back down again.
Do people still do this?
Oh yeah, for the like.
Remember how like when you were third
licking
grade?
the vagina? I don't think I did that in third grade.
I was a huge.
What are you
I ate a
talking
ton of
about?
pussy in third grade.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I like how in your brain you thought about what grade you should say, and you went with third grade.
What grade is it acceptable to put your tongue between your two?
Probably middle school. Middle school, you did things that you weren't really doing, but you pretended you were doing them.
Oh, I was definitely eating pussy in middle school.
You were not.
I gotta stop talking about sex on here.
Yeah,
My mom, I fucking got text messages from my mom about the.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
She's gonna get you like sex-proof sheets next year, I bet, because she loves you so much.
I gotta. Here, I'll just really quickly read this. She wrote, I'm listening to the podcast and wondering what you're going to admit to me that is embarrassing.
I like how she wrote you real time. Like it was like a tweet, like while she was doing
Yeah.
it. Live tweet. Isn't that what they call it? A live tweet.
Yeah. She was live tweeting my.
So you're
Our
saying I'm going to admit
podcast.
something to my mom. She's listening to it. She's nervous. She's going to write it to you.
And then the next one, sex proof sheets. Then the next one, I didn't even know you had sex.
Yeah, it's true.
And I just said, I
could see
don't.
that.
I was trying to be cool for the show.
Yeah.
She said, I wondered
boo,
about that.
And I wrote boo, and you sent me that.
And she said, you're old enough to have sex if you want. And then she put a smiley face.
Me and your dad have it every
No!
Sunday.
Shut the up, Mom. That's disgusting. That's exactly where
Our
I don't want
sheets
this to
definitely
go.
fit our bed because your dad's a horn dog. I would bet your dad is just like you in the bed. He does it, and the sheets go
All
crazy.
right, well, it was good to talk to you tonight. Why don't we wrap the show up? If you ever want to not talk about your parents having sex, why don't you tune into the mag room?
That would have been tremendous if she just she leaned into it and went into tons
Send
of
me a
details.
picture of her sheets after, like, at 4 in the
Look
morning.
at this thing right here. Look at this is your dad's I had to wash this out.
Dude. Come on. Dad and spooge shouldn't be in the same sentence together.
That would be great. Do you feel like I'm one of your 14 best friends?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say you're one
was
of
hoping
my 9 best friends.
Nice. Whatever number you say, does that mean I'm like 9th, I guess, huh?
That's kind of what I was insinuating there.
I thought I'd be a little higher than that, but
What makes for a best friend?
that's a great question.
Is it that I care most about you? Like, you don't require as much attention as other people that I know. You know, like Matt's going through the divorce and all that. So if I were saying, like, I worry more about Matt than I worry about you.
Sure.
I guess you're one of my top, like, 2, really. People that other than family members, that I talk to regularly.
Yeah, it's not friends, like your family, and if you were married, like that's all in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you and Matt are, like, the people that I talk to the most. Blake's becoming one of them, but I don't like him at all, I don't think. I feel bad. There's like an 8-minute segment of me shitting on the person that I played
Yeah, there
pickleball
was
with from
last
last week.
episode.
Yeah, it was 19 minutes of me on him, and I cut it down to like 8,
Oh wow.
7.5, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something, and in some level, like you gotta mix well, whatever your personality is, mix well with the person. And on some level, you'd be up for most of the things that they want to do.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, hey, let's do this. And you're like, yeah, that sounds cool.
Yep. Yeah, 14. I don't think I have 14 people that I would really call, like, friends almost, you know? Wonder where I am on George Clooney's list.
So you're lower than 14 because when in 2020, GQ interviewed George Clooney, unless you've become a best friend with him lately,
We've been talking.
he said they were there for each other. He had this group of 14 best friends, and they would sleep on their couches, loan money to each other, and he had them in his will. And he thought, these people are in my will. Why am I waiting till I die? I'm going to give each of them $1 million, because he had a lot of money at that point. He then filled 14 suitcases with $1 million in cash and invited his friends over and presented them with the money, which sounds a little douchey. Like if I invited, like you were like invited your 14 friends over and then presented us each
So we're
with a
just here
suitcase.
for dinner tonight. Cool, that's fun. I didn't even know there were 14 of us, but me, Corcoran, Ken Sansone. Who are all these people?
And I present each of you with a suitcase filled with $1 million.
Yeah, that's pretty douchey.
But the best part of this article was the end. It says, like, the same year he made his gesture, he, Rondé Gerber, and Michael Meldman founded Casamigos Tequila. Their venture in the tequila business. So they founded it in 2000. What year was this? 13. And then in 2017, they sold Casamigos for up to $1 billion.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, we gonna get one of those get-togethers again where the 14 of us get suitcases and all that?
I don't need to be young again. Like, I mean, I'd be great to have energy and all that stuff, but whatever. But the idea of, like, just being in a place where you, like, lived and did things with, like I don't know, 10 people and just had a good time doing it. I kind of miss that part. So I have 2 weeks coming up off. I'm off now.
Okay.
School just ended, which is great. I was burnt out. I get a 2-week vacation, which most people don't get. I realize I'm very lucky. I mean, I work on Saturdays like you, so a lot of people don't do that, but I get these weeks off, which is tremendous. But my family's at school or work, so I'm just like by myself, which is going to be cool for like a few days. Like I have some movies I want to watch. I got to do my taxes, but after that, I'm just gonna get bored. I'm like, I wouldn't want somebody. I've been asking everybody. Everybody at school must think I'm so desperate. Like, hey, what are you guys doing for break? And people are going like, I'm going to Mexico or I'm going to wherever, like somewhere cool. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll be around if you get back and you want to do something.
Well, what do you want? Do you want to try to find someone to play pickleball with you? I've gotten in a pretty good pickleball network down here. I might be able to find you some partners up there.
Oh, you're like national with your pickleball network now?
No.
Have you played again? Did you play again this week?
Oh yeah.
How did that go?
Really well. We don't even have to talk about it. It went so well that we don't even really have to. We weren't even speaking at the end of it this week. He didn't even say goodbye to me or talk to me.
Oh no.
Yeah. But it was fine.
That could have been a poor choices that you talked about.
That I went and played pickleball again with him. I really didn't. I didn't want to talk about it too much this week because I felt kind of bad. Like I said, I really did.
That you broke up your friendship over the pickleball.
Over pickleball. No, I broke up my friendship over.
Are you friends with Brad now?
No, no. I don't want new friends. You like friends. You want friends. You want to go back and be able to make friends.
I know it's the worst. I want them and I don't get them, and you don't want them and you get them.
I just want to go and have 2 to 3 nights a week of something where I'm active and I lose. See, with my mask and my setup, you can't really see. I am like 430 pounds right now. I want to get down to my 200-pound fighting weight, and all I need is a nice few months of paddleboarding, a little bit of pickleball. I don't need people trying to push me to be on their team and scare me into. Yeah, none of that.
No, I wouldn't do that to you.
No. I'm just saying, I've gotten into like a little pickleball network, and maybe I can get you some pickleball friends up in by you.
I just want to play with people who don't like care. They just want to play.
I'm your guy.
That'll be fun.
You ever join things? Like, I'd never do that. Do you ever, like, I don't know.
I wish they have. So now they started at school here. It's sort of weird that we have to do it like this now, but they started there's this website and they started these groups. And I joined a bunch of them. And it's like gaming group.
Gaming meaning video?
Fitness, like playing board games.
Oh, okay.
Fitness groups. So they have all these groups, and then they send out emails. Do you want to come to this? And I get like nervous to go. They had poker night the other night. I couldn't go, but I was like, would I go if I could?
Tell me what the nervousness is. Is it just me being around new people and?
I even know the people. I don't know why. I think I'm out of practice or something. Because I used to love it. I just go to the dining hall and sit with people. But I feel like, at some stuff, maybe you don't have this happen because you're like pretty freewheeling or whatever. But sometimes you were good at something, but you feel like you've lost it. Like you lost your touch a little bit at it.
Yeah, my entire life.
Second guess yourself.
I just turned 48 the week on Tuesday. I'm not good at anything anymore.
I forgot this was your birthday week.
Every skill I've ever had has diminished significantly.
Teddy's birthday week this week as well.
Happy birthday, buddy.
2 of my favorite people. You're and Teddy's birthday this week. And then Emma's is next week.
That's awesome.
Emma's is March 13th. All right, should we wrap it up? Produced by my 15th best friend, George Clooney. I was just off the list. What about the 15th? You see that article come out and you're the 15th best friend? You're kind of pissed.
Because we hang out quite a bit. I didn't... I know Randy and Joey from Friends. You'd be kind of pissed.
Like, if you actually were in an article talking about your 14th best friends and then you got $1 million.
Like Ross would be like, what the f***, dude? I'm not near...
Second. I thought I was on that list. I would have been... maybe not top 5, but 14?
Yeah.
That's deep.
He always says he doesn't like anybody, and now he likes 14 people more than me. How much of
But he
it?
gave him $1 million. Theme song by Maggie Yellock. Social media by Cousin Paul. We're back on Instagram again with some mask videos. El Scorpio Azul
Well,
at the Magroom Pot. So check out the mask
I
videos.
came up with a name for myself with this mask real quick. Let me just tell you.
Oh, this one? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a backstory as
Yeah,
well?
I didn't really come up with a backstory because I just came up with a name.
Because the one you sang the last episode that I listened to was stuck in my head for a while.
I don't like to.
Negra.
I don't like to be too
Como
self-referential.
estás,
I just thought it was funny that I went into like a lower voice. I made it like a serious love ballad song. It made me laugh too.
Yo tengo dinero.
Yeah. Ella hey Blackhead, how are you? What was the rest of it?
I need the money.
Yeah, but where is the bank?
Necesito
I need money.
dinero. ¿Dónde está el banco?
Necesito dinero.
Yeah, it was nice. It sounded good.
I wanted to be
What's
the
your-
green boogeyman with this face.
Oh, how about the Green Hornet?
Well, that's taken, isn't it?
Yeah, but you could still do it.
Well, so I typed in Google English to Spanish translation, the green boogeyman, El hombre del saco verde.
Oh,
But I didn't
That
really
sounds
like having the
dirty,
word
too.
sacco in there. It makes me sound like the ball
like your
sack
ball-
guy, the green ball sack guy. And then,
yeah, like your
well,
your
no, I
ball
still want
sack
chicks
turned
to like
green for
me and
some
stuff.
reason.
Yeah, I don't have any. I don't
Why
have
is your-
gonorrhea.
why is this-
No. Sacco
why is
means
this- why is
no.
this-
You're just going by the phonetic sound of it. It's not
Why
ball
is his
sack.
balls green?
Not sacco.
What disease did he
Sacco
get?
no significa balls in Espanol. Sacco.
All right, we'll send letters in. Thank you for the postcard. Send Mark a fax. Send him a giant letter,
Yeah.
some large letter,
Yeah.
and he'll take a picture next to. If you send a letter over the height that he is, he will take a picture with his mask off in front of it and post it on Instagram. So if you send him a letter larger than 6 or
Pretty
7
much
feet
6
tall,
feet. 6 feet on the
Yeah.
nose.
6 feet 1 inch tall, then he will take his picture with his mask off in front of it. Put your phone down. I did it this week. I had people over. I put it up in my bedroom and didn't even touch it. Remember to send in money to raise money for masks for the camera shy. We're still doing that.
Yeah, the patron
And
saint.
for what?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just the patron saint of the camera shy.
Yeah, the last guy. What was the last guy?
La Cabeza
The-
Negra.
Yeah, he's
La
the
Cabeza
patron saint. Even though he
Negra.
murdered people and robbed
Como
banks.
está usted?
Our patron saint murdered people. And also, spider dreams are real. So make sure you talk to Glenn Allen Hill, raising money for that. If you feel like you don't have 14 best friends, you can always be our best friends.
You got 2 right here.
And you can
you only have
stick
12?
with the mag room.
Wait, before we finish this,
Okay, sorry.
I don't want to be like I want to be closer to 1 than 12. You know what I mean? Like if we're gonna jump in, I want to be one of the. I'm not gonna be some mook's best friend unless I know that I'm getting the $1 million. You know what I mean?
We just got to be in the top 14.
But I don't want. There's like I know who half of these listeners are. I don't want to be any of their best friends. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow, that hurts. That hurts.
I don't know.
Okay, well,
Maybe I should just
if
be
Mark,
Jarrod. Well,
if Mark doesn't want to be your best friend,
no, I'm just kidding, everybody. Well, I don't know. Well, do I definitely getting $1 million out of this, or do I just have to
I
roll
don't
the
think
dice?
there's any guarantee. I don't think there's any guarantees.
There's no guarantees in life at all, are there?
Clooney could have been and not have been an actor at all.
Could have been
and they just
Rosemary
had this-
Clooney for all they did.
I guess his mom was
Rosemary.
famous, so that was helping.
Yeah. All right, so if you have a famous mother, you listen to the podcast, and you want to include me in your top 14 because you have some you've been on Roseanne.
And you won't make Mark yell the name of his mom or sister
No,
when you have sex.
Come on.
Then you can always stick with the mag room. And everything else is
cream cheese. Sorry, Mom. I love you.
Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good. The my groom's good. Ooh, ooh, I like my groom. I like my groom. Ooh, ooh, my groom is good. My groom is good.
Look at this thing right here. Look at this. Is your dad's spooge. I had to wash this out.